OC Remix, wonderful, wonderful music, and hello and welcome everyone once again to some more wonderful Roller Coaster Tycoon. So let's just jump right in. Up next is one map that I think everyone's seen a number of times because they keep showing up during the demo mode, but it's the Haunted Harbor. The only condition is there's certain rides we have to preserve, otherwise it's a standard map. And the rides we have to preserve are, well, to be quite frank, standard. I'm not sure. I think some of these we might be able to screw around with, but no real reason. We got a good solid roller coaster that makes use of the land, a little ghost car thing that, let's get an underground view going. That's awkward as hell to see. See-through supports, there we go. It's not much, but at least it's not a kamikaze one like ours. Yeah, it's all across the board. This is going to be a nice, simple map. It's going to be one of the ones where we have to make the most use of limited space, but we can do so. It's actually tempting to put a boat higher in this place. Whoop. Let's get stuff off the hardwood table. Anyway. Did I type it in wrong? Let's see. OCR Overclock Remix .rainwave .oc. Oh, .tc, yeah, typo! Thank you for calling me on that. One letter off. And yes, for those who aren't in the know, you can actually go there and vote for what songs you might want to see next or whatnot. And it's from Overclock Remix, so basically all of it is really good. Now back to this, we definitely want to make adjustments here. But first things first, as always, let's check what stuff we got open here. Kiosk, food, drink, balloons. Yeah, I don't think we ever have to touch any of that. And what rides are we liking on? We have next to no excitement rides, plenty of roller coasters, plenty of boring rides, so yeah, we want to start with exciting. And we're not going to go with the monorail treatment either. Nice, stable, in all that sort of stuff. And always maximum, never minimum. Never even normal. No one's normal here. I recommend it. OC Remix is a wonderful, wonderful source of music. It's from all sorts of games. The only downside is, because it's a radio, you can possibly get stuff you may not want or expect. I consider that a bit of an upside, though. I like the randomness of it. Now, we definitely don't want that... we definitely don't want a merry-go-round queue that long. There we go. That's a lot more peaceful. And Ghost Train, same treatment. As a matter of fact, let's... things there, so... delete, delete, delete. Too many people standing. There we go. We delete that, and then we push this here. There we go. Just started and already getting this park in order. It has a small concession stand area here. Probably could do some minor adjustments, though. Speaking of adjustments, is there any way we can... No, I don't... Well, we're not allowed to touch the ride anyway. Let's put the supports back. So it's just gonna have to go less than slightly optimal, but still pretty darn good. And next we have to put that kiosk up, because God forbid people get lost. Might I even build my parks like modern day parks? Modern parks are a bit silly how easy it is to get lost in. This place, it's no trouble at all. Ooh, do we remove some of the garden or don't we? I think we're going to. Garden just gets in the way. Actually, we don't even have a bathroom, I just realized. Shrub in the way. Shrub out of the way. Shrub it up. Scrub it up dub. Shrub it up dub. Blub blub blub. And standard procedure. Maps are free. Tempted to raise the price of umbrellas, but money is not necessary. Television's a little bit overkill for this, but that works. Open! Now, let's also do the standard process of setting up the benches and all that. Oh, can't fit here. Yeah, you can. Okay. Nice, steady, and smooth. We're gonna have to give this guy a fair bit of ground to cover, it seems. No grass mowing. Although this is one of those few maps that's small enough that we could do so without a lot of trouble. Hire a few more everyone. Ooh, and I just noticed we don't need a line for this thing. Matter of fact, do we need a line at all? No, we do not. I do love how they stay in line, but the moment that one of them moves, they all get discombobulated. Anyway, back to filling the world with mechanics. Then we'll go and do pricing. Oop, just realized. What are you on? 2 forward. You mean 1 backwards, right? People hate this thing. Again, I don't understand it. Ferris wheels, don't get me wrong, aren't the most exciting thing. There are rides for more at parks. But I like Ferris wheels. Why are they so despised? People don't know when they have a good thing. Got a bunch of them. Let's get a few more handyman. The handyman can... Boink, boink, plop. Boink. And it's something to get entertainers, but we're already stretching our budget a bit as is. So now that we got the old sorted, let's start working on the new. Crud, crud, crud. Wow, they started us off with some of the worst. Yay, space rings. Evil, evil space rings. We don't even get a... We have to... The most we get is the crooked house. Well, we got a little space for him. Ta-da! No, we're not charging $1 for you. You're the one of the freebies. And how much are you paying to get into the park? Nope. And for the ride? $1 sounds actually good. I mean, what's your... I am very high. Yeah, you're an old roller coaster, so let's keep it at that. 60 cents. Nope. Lower the price on you. Oh yes, helps if I open you. Not 50. You're a freebie. Gotta make it fair. And of course it rains. How much is the food, anyway? Sounds fair. Slight discount on them. I believe fries actually raise first, so I don't mind it being cheaper. Chat on screen, stream on TV. Seems like a good solid way of doing it. River Rapids. Oh, that would be good to cram in somewhere. Like, possibly back here. Yeah, entrances over here. Let's see. Entrance there. Well, let's see, it's going over here. Can't have it bigger. Can I actually buy any property on this map? Yes! Oh, look at that! Oh, we can really expand out. Although, how much is it? 25. Not bad, but we've got room for improvement. Nice. And is there anything we can rent? Wow! We can actually put stuff over top of the path that the people are coming in at. That's actually kind of cool. Alright. Main objective is the objective for the map. Sub-objective is to expand over here. Because I think that would look awesome. Anyway, yeah, entrance and exit over here. And then... What? Mobile, right. Wait, River Rapids. Which one was that again? Yes, it's this one. Good. Already people are making use of those benches. This place is definitely lacking the exciting rides. Shall we go straight for River Rapids? I think we shall. Although, this is the one thing I always feel a little bit bad for. I should probably get used to avoiding this, but still, deforestation all around. I kinda wish I could spend some money to plant some trees outside. Then I remember it's just a game. Nothing makes you feel more corporate, though, than demolishing the land for your own purposes. Secret of Mana. There's a game I've never beaten, but just has an atmosphere that's all its own. That's all its own. Plus one of the earlier multiplayer, I mean real multiplayer RPG type of games. Someone lost a balloon! No! We shall retrieve it for them. Stupid balloon. We need to make him out of less flimsy material. That way the handed god can actually touch it. Single spot there. Let's give him some spin to win action. Quick down, spin, spin. Down, 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 down. Flat space with rapids. Waterfalls. Well, when you're looking for voting, when you get to the OCR website, there's a few different options that show up below what's currently playing. And with those options, you can basically select which one you would like to see up next. We need to get this thing actually one lower now that I think about this. Oh, there we go. And when it comes to your options, you vote for which one you want next. And then if you want to vote, have a specific song come up for voting next round, there's a request section on the right side of the page. Which is why you'll occasionally see, like on this, that little thing pop out. Whirlpool, waterfall, whirlpool, waterfall, whirlpool, waterfall. Water for falls. Nope, we need one more. While OC Remix is a very popular website too, it is actually fairly easy to get a request in words just because it isn't like thousands of people are constantly changing votes and most people like hearing the random stuff. Of course, they don't mind it when someone makes a request. And even nicer than that still, this thing isn't going to be that impressive. Or can we improve this? And even nicer still, it tells you when someone has made a request for a song. So it actually tends to encourage people to vote for it. It definitely got me through college, I'll say that much. Well, space efficient, I'll give it that much. It's a little slide-out tab that should say requests on it. And only leave if there's a full load on. No, wait, not both. Full load, no maximum. Yeah, minimum 5, that sounds good. Not expecting this thing to be that good because it's so short, but it's a ride. It's a ride with a good dive. Although attempting, maybe I should make this a up-down section. Maybe that would work better. Well, let's see what the excitement's like with just this. And while we're doing that, what's coming up next? Swinging ship. Oh, you're a good one. Get in my park. Oh, that would explain it. Yeah, I actually wasn't aware you absolutely had to tune in, but you can just mute it. I suppose it makes a little bit of sense, though. It goes there. Are we completely blocking off this way over here? We can come out with this. And if we need to go that way, we go that way. We still got room. We're good. We're all good here. Arriving at station. This thing had a ride time of about a minute 30. Not long. Not nearly long enough for anyone to complain about, but still not as long as I would like. Well, what's the excitement? Medium, low, low. It's still kind of a boring ride, but people kind of like it, so it's staying. Actually, now that I think about it, first I'll make that a modification. Modify the ride. The device has been modified. Waterfalls! There we go, one more dip. That should get it a little bit better. So I have our goal of, I think, 1,200 it said? 1,200. We are already up to 400. We've got 1/3 to park load. Admittedly, this guy's being a good moneymaker for us. Anytime you have a roller coaster that's already started, that tends to be a good benefit. It's not a request any song you want button, it's, well, sort of. Here. If you go to the right where there's requests... I think it's because this window, I made this window so small. Let me expand this out a little bit. That's a little bit weird. Oh, I think that's... wrong tab. Yeah, it's acting up a little bit for me too. Maybe something's going on with the site. Weird. Because, yeah, there definitely should be something showing up. Oh! And if I expand it out a little bit more, there it goes. It's a little bit hard to see on stream, but if I expand it out, there's albums, which basically is a list of every game that's got remixes to it. And then you go to the game you want to pull a remix from, click it, it shows up all the remixes of that game, and of course there's other options you can come up with too as well. Let's see if I can get this the right size to make it fit in the stream window again. It does not like me messing around with it. Okay, let's do some editing of this. Let's see if we can get this window looking right again. That looks a little stretched out now. Oh, there it goes. Now if I do that... Messing with XSplit, messing with XSplit. XSplit, you're the best at what you do, and that says something about the state of streaming software. I'm actually very surprised streaming software has so many problems. All you need is something that can broadcast and encode, which, don't get me wrong, that's a tricky process to do right all its own. But that's still... yeah, that got it up a bit better. I like it. But still... all it really needs to do is, be a little bit smoother with its interface, and definitely a lot less glitchy. With XSplit 2.0, it seems to have actually gotten worse. What roller coasters shall we be working on next? Very tempting, very tempting. Although we've already got one, so... Should we just go for more boring basics? Oh, we're gaining guests. Yay! Oh, we have the big space taker, but moneymaker. Tempting to try to cram him in somewhere. Might do so on the waterfront here, if I don't decide to do something else with it. Aesthetically, though, I will say he works much better in sort of a forest area. Please don't hear me say, don't go. Clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. I may have played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. I shall. People want to spend more money? I'm fine with charging more. Actually, let's raise this up one more so we can put a path underneath of it. With a height of 2, paths can now go under this guy with no trouble at all, and shouldn't really trouble the rest of his building that much. Gives us a little bit more freedom in our park. Yay, that works. Oh, we can't buy that land either, can we? Or rent it? Nope. Welcome back. Actually, let me adjust this a little bit. Why is that not showing up? XSplit, you're a weird one. Well, you're already on my channel. You don't need to see that. XSplit. So much fun. Watch me fight with XSplit. Adjust the options. Move the text. Make the things speak for me. Height and width are good. That's good. This is what I was talking about. Wonderful XSplit. Fight. Whee! Look at it dance. And in the process, ruin a window that's not even visible right now. Almost got it. There we go. XSplit. If I could select anything else, it would exist. There is a freeware software that does streaming as well, which does a pretty good job, but just isn't... and it's sad to say this, isn't as good as XSplit. It's like, XSplit's the best. That's actually painful to say. So let's get water on top of the tracks. I'm pretty sure that doesn't break a ton of violations. break a ton of violet. Yeah, word, bird. Well. Down again. Oh, this thing's making us broke. How much money can we take out? OBS isn't bad, and I'm not saying you shouldn't use it. XSplit is for most areas better, and I will give them credit on one field. They have amazing tech support. If you have a problem, you can go to their site and ask for help, and you can, if they're in, you usually get a help within a few minutes. So they can do some amazing things there, but stability-wise, XSplit's got issues. Break our guest spines! I shouldn't have it come full speed into the station. If station brake failure happens, that would be awful. Although what I can do, space it out a little bit. Up. Level out. Generally up. Followed by a brief down. Followed by this. Followed by this. Followed by this. Level up 8 is what we want. And this 12, 10, 9, 8. Level out. Flatness. Actually, we need to get a little bit longer. And now we level it out and flat it down. I'm actually worried that this thing may go on for too much time. But let's give it a shot anyway. That's a much bigger river wide than I was expecting to make. I always make these things bigger than I thought I would. So this one goes down, then levels out here. Good! So our beachfront is filled with a water ride. No maximum, minimum, let's put it up to 10. So probably not enough. Still worried that this thing's going to take too long to go around this entire loop. Again, 5 minutes is the magical time. If anyone's on a ride longer than 5 minutes, they start wanting off. Which I still find very amusing. So like, if I got into a ride that was 5 minutes long, I'd probably be thrilled. Considering I just spent many places over an hour in line. And people don't get ticked that they can't even get in lines. This is like the fantasy park. It's like, oh, the line's full. Oh well. That actually would be a challenge all its own. Make a park with realistic sized line queues and keep the people happy. Don't know if it's possible, but it would be interesting to see. Now I must admit, I'm a tiny touch worried about this spot right here. I'm keeping my finger over this double red. Because if they still keep momentum after this bend, well, they'd have to keep a lot of it, but they could just go whee right on off. This game's silly like that. Admittedly, this thing's nowhere near as bad as a water slide. Yeah, I think I will probably put a bow tire down here. You weren't in jail, you didn't actually kill anyone. All water slides are going to be water lemon from now on. That way when they do kill someone, they know where to find you. Come on, hurry up, stupid things. I think this is the slowest ride ever. I think it's the only one where it's actually traveling at 0 miles per hour. This is even slower than Mr. Bones' Wild Ride. Well, at least this has a speedy portion to it as well. Whee! Splash! Yeah, they don't keep enough of their momentum. The corner and the splashdown get rid of it. Yep, this should be safe. Oh, why is that not showing up? There we go. Splash! How long have you been on here now? 2 minutes 30. I'm guessing it's going to be around 3, 4... Ooh, we're going to be hitting the limit of what we're allowed. Still, I think we've got that guy down pat. That should be helping bring in a few more guests to the park. Let's get some more hirings going on. Tempted to let them mow the grass because it's such a small area. But I am impressed that the grass on the outside area bits mows itself. I think Overclocked Remix is one of the few websites that, from years and years and years ago, was born, and to this day still survives despite its original origins. I mean, it was just sort of originally it was just sort of alright, remixers, come here, post your tracks, have fun together, ha 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 ha. Nowadays, it's a lot more of, you guys are getting close together. These days, it's a lot more professionally done and whatnot, but actually grew to match the demand, which is kind of rare. 4 minutes 55. Uh-oh. And so, land comes into dock basically at 5 minutes exactly. I do love that people that get fresh off of something like this don't cheer until the rating's actually been posted. High, medium, low. Perfect. Okay, even if the timing is a little bit off, I think we got this thing as good as we could get it. High, medium, low is the ultimate combination. Obviously, extremely high or whatnot on excitement's better, still. Self-made jail. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. I don't know. I don't recommend chancing it. Well, already we're starting to see the problem with this park. The limitations in this area. Tempted to use our huge amount of loan money here to expand out, but let's not. Not yet, at least. I think what we're gonna have to end up doing is buying out this area for more roller coasters. So let's continue to fill up the inside with not-so roller coasters. I like the little fence, but we're going to demolish it. $0.50 sounds fair. And people want to pay more money. Guess what I'm all for? Let's see what the thought process of our people are. River Rapids 1 is a really good value. Medium, low? Yeah, let's add a little bit more to it. Swing Ship 2 is a really good value. I'm fine with that. River Rapid 1. River Ride 1 is a really good value. Woodpecker is great. Oh, you're talking about earbuds in TF2. Actually, I wasn't really following that too much. Well, the earbuds, well, it's purely cosmetic item, and I know that's pretty much the entire economy of TF2. Still, I think part of it also, I think part of the economy falling is interest going down. TF2 itself's been lacking a meaty update for a while. The latest game mode they added in, the Uprise thing with the rocket, didn't really take off like they were hoping it would. The rocket didn't take off like they were hoping it would. It was a good game mode, but, well, I feel that it's got the same problem Hydro has, in that there was one map for it. The map itself wasn't anything spectacular, had a lot of bits lacking. Keys are like 20 or... You've got to be making that up. Although there have... I know weapon drops are still constant, the sheer supply of them, and also the fact the ongoing crowd is getting larger, does make a bit of sense. Also helps that they've been upgrading quality of crates, which upgrades the value of keys. When before you open up a crate and you've got a 1 in 100 chance of getting a hat, and otherwise you're just getting a standard weapon. Yeah, I suppose I could see it with the current crates. There's a reason I don't keep up too much with the TF2 trade market. It's a bit silly. It just comes down to TF2, they've got their own economist, and actually have been making the keys a lot more worth it than they were before. But I don't think a lot of people really are... They don't trade keys, so keys themselves are a rarity on the trading market. And refined metal is much easier to get these days. It's a bit all over the place. Well, for instance, a standard weapon is worth approximately 2 scrap, and a single scrap is worth 2 weapons. So 4 weapons for 1 ultimately is what it boils down to. So there is an economy all its own, but it kind of falling apart in small ways. And TF2 itself hasn't done a lot to keep attention, which basically means without the casual crowd to keep pumping random things into the economy, you're gonna have a lot of inflation from the people who really are micromanaging it. I only tend to trade for the newer weapons because, well, I can either go through crafting all of these items over here in order to get it, and going through approximately 12 scrap and whatnot to get 1 weapon, Or I could just trade 2 scrap and get it. Much easier that way. I want to make a boat hire, but boat hires are wonky. Now let's expand this out a little bit. I can't have a boat hire where I let the people do their own freedom thing, because their average intelligence is none. I want this to look good. Oops, nope. So I want this to look good. I want it to look like a beach. I'm actually tempted to try and save up enough refined in TF2 to eventually get a unusual hat. One of the ones that actually got effects to it. I'll say, I remember back when they first introduced hats, and because of how mind-numbingly rare they were, seeing someone with a hat was completely shocking and unexpected. It was one of those, how did you get that? You must be a god of this game. And quite often they were. They were the people who played the game non-stop was the ones who got the first hats. So it's like, wow, this is amazing. And of course, nowadays, oh, yeah, a hat. Like everyone. Spy and NG, 2 of the hardest classes to actually add new items for or balance out. Great classes, don't get me wrong. I personally love each of them. But, yeah, I don't consider them, either of them, easy classes to actually put any gameplay effort into. Not gameplay effort, balance effort into. Because they're already... anything you do to them can really often center them. Adjusting the landscape, adjusting the landscape. We're going to be adding water. Speaking of, water tool! We're spending a lot of money on something that's not really doing much for us. But we extended the beach. Team Fortress 2, the game that I really think they should release a Team Fortress free when the next Source engine comes out. I know they've announced the Source engine at this point, it took them a while, but of course they haven't announced what's coming out for it. And of course, there's one game that everyone has expectations of, and probably still won't come out with it, just because everyone has expectations of it. But the new Team Fortress is kind of needed at this point. One that can do more than the engine already does. And the engine is flexible. It is solid. It is impressive. But, I'm trying to think the easiest way to put it. They don't have the audience anymore. They have people who play casually, like myself, but back long ago, I used to play that game without end. I mean, it was ridiculous how much I would actually play it. Nowadays, you kids with your base jumpers and your sticky launchers and all these other things that have no purpose other than to exist for the sake of training and stupid stuff. To be fair, it's all actually kind of cool. But it does kind of drop away a lot of the original crowd that played it. Not saying the free-to-play aspect ruined it, it actually breathed life into it, because at the time there was issues going on with players themselves. But it just lost a lot of the classic feeling it used to have. I don't know how you could regain it. I do think that, if they did make a Team Fortress free, though, what they would have to do is let people who play TF2 import their, click, click, clack. Import all their items. Because I don't think anyone would want to, on a game that some people have paid hundreds of thousands on for keys and whatnot, to all of a sudden find out, Oh yeah, all that stuff, it's pointless. New game now. Buy it. Oops. No, I did not mean that. This way. That way. This way again. That. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. TF3 has a free-to-play mode and a version where you can just... Ooh, they give us the swans right off. Awesome. These fit 4 people inside per. But a TF3 where you can buy you can buy the default version, which comes with one-of-a-kind item and whatnot, or a free-to-play version, which it carries over all your stuff. But sort of like TF2 did, you have limitations till you buy something, and unless you buy the full version, there's always going to be some items you can't get. And to be fair, what they should also do for the full version gets you some stuff that you could never get again for a short-term time only. Of course, that starts slippery sloping into, alright, but there's these certain things over here that are completely pointless, or here's some exclusive stuff that makes a difference. Oof. It gets tricky in a hurry. Hopefully people will like the boat hire. It's the most I can do. Yep, filling up this park. And let's have this thing hovering. There we go. Much more visibility now. Go-karts! Yeah, we don't have room for that. Walla Belly! We got room for that. And don't have room for the water slide. Shame. Scrambled eggs. Yeah, I think we're gonna scramble the eggs next. And we're up to nearly 700 people now. I am near positive the number of people that come in is dependent on how many spaces a ride has in it, among a few other factors like its excitement and whatnot. Have Valve announced this 5 vs. NG update, or is that just something you're hoping for? I'd imagine if Valve did announce it, it's gotta be a giant nightmare. Personally, I'm just waiting for every comic that they make. So far, I've been quite enjoying them, and honestly, the comics feel themselves like they're building up to a Team Fortress 3. It might not be, it could just be them messing around, but that's just sort of what it feels like. Because they're progressing plot, they're having stuff happen, they're showing off the characters, and they're taking place, they're actually following the story with Gray. I don't think Man vs. Machine is getting them near as much attention as they would like. And I think they've got this problem. They've got a problem that I don't know how you can make an answer to it, because it's also their biggest strength. But they've got a problem, and that problem is free-to-play. And I'll explain what I'm going on with this, because that sounds bad right off the bat. But free-to-play has this immense problem in that you get the people that do know how to play. There's plenty of them. There's lots of people... Hello, training! There's lots of people who know how to play a game when it's free-to-play. It's not an issue of that. The issue is... you also then start getting the crowd who doesn't know how to play. And they're joining because, well, the game's free to play. Of course they're going to join. Anyone can. And they're only going to play here and there. But there's so many of them. It's a sheer volume that they can't... I don't want to sound insulting with this, but there's a lot of free-to-play players who just do not know how to act at the right time. Like Killing Floor. There's a game I could not imagine as free-to-play, Well, without you exclusively playing with your friends. Because already that game is ridiculously hard if you play with just random players. I gotta find a place for this. I like it back here. I'll construct here. Why not? And that's too close. I actually block off the walkway with that. But yeah, Killing Floor. Beautiful game. Wonderfully imaginative. Brilliant. And if it was free to play, it'd be unplayable because all the people that'd be joining to play it and whatnot would have no clue what to do, would ruin the experience for the others. And something like Man vs. Machine, the fault that it comes with there is, alright, we're gonna play Man vs. Machine, let's get things going, and there's this one guy over here who has no idea what's going on, doesn't use voice chat, or if he does, can be highly annoying with it, to say nothing with the troll players, the cheaters, and all the people that just ruin the experience for everyone else. And that's what the problem is. I know personally I don't want to even touch Man vs. Machine without being with people I know, because I just don't want to have to deal with all the random folks that can come on, all the people that can ruin it, the people that don't take it seriously. And I know as dang well I don't want to do anything man-up mode without the people I can actually trust. I have enough trouble playing it with people who know what they're doing. I don't need to deal with people who have no clue. Well, that's sort of my rant on it. I'm pretty sure Valve has the same problem, because free-to-play works, but it adds the issue of the novice player who's only going to play for an hour, then quit, and then you have that by the hundreds of thousands. It just sort of drowns stuff out. Mic training, that's just... Honestly, when it comes to Digimon, I know next to nothing about it as a whole. It probably wouldn't be something I'd get to for a long while. Oh, and there's the key thing. Not pay to win, that's beautiful. It's definitely something I remember you telling me about, I don't have any problem with. I've seen a tiny, tiny bit of it. It's not really in my wheelhouse, though. People are happy, yay! Actually, let's link these two paths up. See through scenery? No, not scenery. Well, that works. Supports, and... Whoa! Let's fix that. See through rides. It's like a Lego park. You just add block after block. One game I'm slightly thinking about streaming, but I haven't done too much with, is Final Fantasy XIV. Since they basically completely remade the game, they turned it from something that, well, it was a little bit different, but bad, to something that's a little bit more the same, but good. Yeah, when it comes to games that are pure grinding, the most I like to do is one stream at them, and then if I like it, I'll still keep playing it myself, but I don't like to keep doing it on stream. Dark Souls is even sort of the upper limit for me. And heck, that's a game that I even do a bit of grinding off stream on. Just because gaining levels and such in-game is very tricky. Well, while playing it, while trying to actually make progress. Speaking of games, I'm tempted to play on stream, but I've already beaten, so I don't necessarily want to go back to them, but still so good. VVV. This game is one of the most tricky things I've come across, and is beautiful. It's ridiculously simple aesthetic, but has a passable storyline and a gameplay mechanic that's just brilliant. Cannot recommend it more. I actually got all the tokens in that game, including... It's the type of game that I'd put on Endurance Thursdays, not because the game itself is ludicrously hard, it is challenging, but because of just one token, one of the collectibles to get, that is ridiculous. It's actually, every scene you go into has its own name, and for that particular token, there's 3 different pages you have to go through. And it's Vini Vini Vici. Actually, there's more than 3. There's a few other words in there. But I came, I saw, I conquered. The rest of the game's tricky as well, but the abundance of checkpoints make them passable. Just that one token. Although, I credit where credit's due, it was the type of thing where the moment you passed it off, it was... just that glorious feeling of, yes, screw you, game, I beat you. And that is the difference between a bad game, a bad hard game, and a good hard game. A bad one will just make you want to leave, say you're done with it. It's over and you'll get pissed. A good one will make you want to conquer a challenge. And once you do, just give you that thrill of, yes. Oh, I'm gonna have this. I don't want to see through the ride every single time. And of course, the music in VVV is beautiful as well. Funny thing, the soundtrack is a very interesting one, with the various songs called things like Pressing Forward and Pressure Cooker and. What was the other one? Preserving the Future, something like that. And the name of the soundtrack is PPP, since every single song starts with the name of P. What do you mean river ride in the way? Oh yeah. There's a map in this game. No idea why you'd really need it. Chris Sawyer made these areas completely huge, and you can only use such a small area of them. I mean, it obviously works, but I just always found that a little bit amusing. Of course, this is also built off the Transit Tycoon engine, which, solid engine, credit where credit's due. Impressive how he reworked it for this game. Transit Tycoon's a very fun game as well. There's actually something called Open Transit Tycoon, which is a open source game that's free and kind of fun. It doesn't have, I'd say, the same appeal as this does. Just for the raw fact that it's a little bit more tedious, tenuous, and all the other various words you could use for it, but still fun. The idea being you have to set up lines of transit between various places to connect, like, a wood mill to the paper mill to a commercial store area. It's a fairly straightforward idea, and people want to spend more money. Guess what I'm fine with. But you can do that with all sorts of things, including mail routes, buses, trains, and it gets really tedious when you start having to add in the signals for the trains and such to make sure the trains don't collide with each other. I'd say it's the sort of thing that, for people who might like the Technic pack of Minecraft, or even Feed the Beast, where you can link up this with that, it can work out very well. So, Concession Stand Area 2 is down. Now let's see if we can get a balloon war going. Matter of fact, price on all balloons is going to drop significantly. I'm actually wondering when the free-to-play bubble is going to burst myself. A lot of games have obviously been doing it, and on iOS it's going to exist forever. Well, iOS and Android as a whole. But the free-to-play games, they've got inherent problems. Well, first of all, you can't really have a hardcore game, something like Dark Souls, that's free-to-play. Not because, again, all players are going to be bad at it or whatnot, but because your main attraction is having a game that's, in theory, accessible to everyone, and now you've got a game that's just unfairly punishing. And while that works for some, you're basically trying to attract a niche crowd. The same niche crowd that does not want foreigners getting into what's theirs. I'll put it this way, I've seen people... Well, every time a game is free-to-play, there's a crowd that complains. And every time a game is made... great example, Majora's Mask. While not free-to-play, they simplified it. They made it more accessible. And it's a great game. With Majora's Mask 3D, it seems to improve on pretty much every problem, and did make it more accessible. But there's a very elitist crowd of people who feel, no, it's supposed to be unfairly, punishingly hard. It shouldn't be something I can just go through with and be able to save, and I should have to go through all this, and it needs to be trickier. That's not necessarily true, but that sort of mindset just makes it... They're also the crowd that, not all of, obviously, but a large portion of, you're trying to attract with things like Dark Souls. So if you made a very hard free-to-play game, they don't want to mix with what they feel is the kiddie pool of players. Now, to be fair, it hasn't really been tried out, pretty much for those reasons, but I just don't really see it happening. I don't really see such a game taking off. A little bit of a shame, because I think it'd be interesting. Although, speaking of free-to-play games that are interesting, I should probably show off Hawken one day. Hawken is a very creative mech game. And I don't want to call it anything like MechWarrior, because it's nowhere near it. The mechs you play are much more agile. But it's creative all the same. So we have till the end of year 3, right? Yep, so we have basically 4 years. 1,200, we're up to 800 now. We're just 400 off. 2/3 of the way there, and we're not even... we're a little over halfway, but we're still doing well. Arc value going up. And our rating is doing wonderful. And the second concession stand area seems to have been a hit. Actually, I just realized something. Ooh, well, the drink stall was unlocked. We didn't ever set one down. Ooh, that was my bad. Let's get that fixed right now. And a 3D Cinema. Nice. Ooh! This song just gave me something else to rant on about for a bit. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, there's a series that's had better decades. It's weird. I'm trying to remember who. Might have been extra credits. I'm trying to remember. Someone actually put it best when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog. A constant problem a lot of people have when they're trying to think of what went wrong is, well, Sonic's all about speed. It doesn't have that feeling anymore. No. Sonic, don't get me wrong, had a feeling of speed, and they did that great. But Sonic was about the exploration. Sonic was all about trying to figure out, well, usually there was free paths. Highest, middle, low. Highest usually had the best resources, but was easiest to fall off to, at which point you went to medium, and if you fell off that, you went to low. Low, of course, being the overall generally hardest, slowest, and had the least overall gain, so you always tried to get out of it. And it's just sort of this passive thing you didn't even think about. You wanted to go higher. And sometimes, of course, there were things that bumped you up. But that was the earlier Sonics, just trying to go from one side to the other. while trying to do it on the best path. And each path had its own feel, flow, and ebb. And I can't see if I can stick this over there. Yes? No, River Ride. Dang it. While most modern Sonics, most notably starting with Sonic Adventure 2, although I think Sonic Adventure 1 did it a bit as well, they got rid of that by a lot. It was sort of, here's one path, there may be some secrets, but here is one path. But it's in 3D, so you don't care. And they stuck with that. A great example is, I think, was it Sonic Rush? There was a DS game that came out that was side-scrolling Sonic. And there's actually a few different levels. Not as good as the originals, but that's a little bit unfair. But still, it was like, alright, it's the original Sonic type design. And it was good. It was one of the few Sonic games that got a good rating and overall good feeling. The story was okay, but it actually had the feeling. It's just a shame. Sonic Adventure 2 wasn't a bad game, but it did like a lot of companies, and started a habit that people want to pay more money to get in. And it started a habit with the developer of, well, this is what the people want, let's give it to them, without realizing why. Sort of like, is this gonna be Zelda? Yes, it is. It's sort of like how Square Enix made Final Fantasy X, which got rave reviews, was a brilliant game, loved by all, and then assumed people loved it purely because it had better cutscenes, purely because of this, that, and the other thing, without really realizing what made it special and the other ones special. I actually never played the GBA Sonic games. I don't really remember anything about seeing them either. I actually got into Sonic during the GameCube generation. It's like, oh, playing a little bit of this, and then I went back, played emulator of the originals, which, of course, are classics. There's a reason why it's comparable to Mario. Yes, Sonic, I'd say, is originally a platformer game, first and foremost. There was a flow that went on, not necessarily speed, but a flow. And the better you got the games, the more of that flow you felt. And just modern Sonic games don't have that flow. And of course, there's the god-awful ones. I'm just talking like the ones that they've really been trying on. And the 3D Sonics, they just... They do... Well, for instance, they do autopilot way too much. It's sort of a, alright, you're going into a ring. There's no conceivable way to make a ring easy in 3D, so we're just going to take it over for you. Wow, a lot of freeway. Oh, we're finally out of them. Go to the Gentles. Now, I do have real hope for Final Fantasy 15, because the team behind it is the same team that did Kingdom Hearts. And looking at the combat, they seem to have down the idea that it needs to be fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy 13 had kind of fun combat, but I actually didn't play it. I watched someone else play through it. I was going to, but he had a copy and I was like, alright, I'll just watch you play. The biggest issue... Sonic Today, scripted segments and a bit of mashing buttons. Pretty much. They've been getting a little bit better here and there, but they still haven't quite figured it out. But, Final Fantasy 13's biggest problem, weirdly enough, wasn't the characters. I liked the characters. Lightning I even liked, despite all the comparisons to Cloud of old. I thought they felt very real. I thought they put a lot of effort into it. Graphically, it looked amazing. My problem was the artificial difficulty. In Final Fantasy 13, balloons everywhere. You go pop now. In Final Fantasy 13, gimme. The game itself, don't know easy way to put this. In every other Final Fantasy game that I've ever played, and this is true for even the MMOs. You're having trouble with something, you can usually grind in some way, shape, or form. You can do something to make it easier, make it possible, and if you're an expert at this series, you'll probably be playing way ahead. You'll basically try to keep yourself 5 levels higher than where you're supposed to be by just constantly grinding. And while it's grinding, it has that fun aesthetic to it. It's that joy of, ha, I'm better than this boss, I prepared for you, I've got my characters with the combos of skills and abilities to take you out, no trouble. And it's a glorious feeling. It's that feeling of, yes, I'm rewarding myself in advance. I'm making this game easier already. And in Final Fantasy XIII, they don't do that. You can grind up, so you've got a surplus of basically their form of EXP, but you can't spend it. They have the trees locked until you reach a certain point in the game. Which, of course, means, oh, but I really wanted to... Nope. But I really wanted to be ready for this. I wanted to have... Nope. I wanted to be able to beat this guy easier, or do this way. No, you couldn't. As such, every boss battle became a... Alright, this boss battle works in exactly this way, and this is how you're going to have to play it. If you want to do it any differently, you're not allowed. You're going to have these abilities unlocked, these classes, these characters, and you can make some modifications to your playstyle, but in the end, it's going to be a matter of... let's swap these two around. It's going to be a matter of this boss, you're going to be at this level with these options, and that's where it ends. So yeah, every boss had a set difficulty that was impossible to change. Which kind of goes against RPG logic. I mean, I suppose you could be seen as them trying something different, but it really fell flat. I suppose another way to put it is, compared to one of the absolute most beloved RPGs of all time, a game that really set a golden age for RPGs for Squaresoft back in the day, Chrono Trigger. And I know it's unfair to compare anything to Chrono Trigger, but early on you find out Larvos, the big bad of the game, needs to be taken out. You've got your end goal. And you can immediately challenge him. You can just go, right, I have this, there's this thing here, it's unwise, but I could just fight him now. And it's the hardest way to fight him, but you can do that. So in theory, to beat that game, very early on, you can just grind up, I don't know how or where, but you could grind up and beat the final boss. And I'm not saying you have to set up the story so you can fight the final boss early or anything like that, but by giving the option to just make your character stronger than they otherwise normally would be, it's what all RPG fans like. The ability to go, alright, this boss, he's the final boss at level 79, but I'm level 99. I'm just gonna wipe him out. And heck, if you want a boss battle to remain difficult, have the boss scale some. I even recently, I'm not surprised at all about this, but found out that Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII, the almighty Sephiroth, he actually scaled depending on your level and a few other details. The glorious, glorious Sephiroth. There's a game I'm very tempted to stream, but my god, it would take forever. It's also got the problem of... it's an early PS1 game. The background's actually held up magnificently, but my god, the character models. Although, I've actually already tested this out. There's mods. Some people have actually made custom mods for that game, and it's kind of beautiful. What are you going to give me next? Gentle Ride Designing. Oh, did I not set one? I didn't. I'm a fool. How else will we empty the trash cans without you? This river ride is everywhere and nowhere. And of course, security guard. Everyone's happy, but just in case. Hello, Bob. Welcome to the stream. We're starting to run out of stuff to throw in the park, although especially since we've slammed down those drink stalls and people are no longer dying of thirst, our population seems to be going really nice and up. Trying to figure out how best to cram stuff in here. We are actually gaining a decent bit of cash, so I'm tempted to go on a spending spree of just buying land. Although it's surprising how fast that eats it up. As a matter of fact, I'll just show. We're at 7 grand now. And now that random purchasing, we're down to 5. We didn't even gain a quarter of it. Buying land actually takes a lot more money than you expect, even though it's only 25 at a shot, because there's a lot more of it than you expect. Yeah, actually, taking our time here, we just went down to free. Land is expensive. Said bye. Bye, dang you. Why can't I get that 1 square? Is that it? That's gotta be it. Haunted House. There's a good one. Nothing special, but it's a great freebie ride just to get people in the park. Let's see if we can shove it anywhere underneath the rapids. Is there any spot here that can actually fit this sucker? I could stick it all the way out of here, but that's a little bit out of the way. Maybe we want to go out of the way. It is a haunted house after all. It's a haunted boathouse from most of the things here. Nope, river ride still. Biotic Commando. I watched someone, via Twitch of course, play through the new Biotic Commando. Well, the one that came out. I can't believe they tried to make it serious. I'm still trying to get over that fact. Here's a game that was kind of glorious for its cheesy factor, and they made it serious. There's just certain things you should know never to even try that with. I'll put it this way, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's got almost no movies that are legitimately serious. Almost all of them are incredibly campy and cheesy. I think the only one that was really serious that pulled off right was Terminator, And that depended on his robotic acting. Everything else, no, it had to be silly. So why with Biotic Commando would they do it? Have I ever streamed accidentally? I don't know how that's a thing. I suppose if I accidentally double-clicked on XSplit, brought it up, left my microphone on, accidentally clicked broadcast and clicked stream, I could do so. I think the nearest thing to stream accidentally is I pressed an F key in Minecraft and it said you need to link up your Twitch account. Admittedly, if I was going to stream Minecraft, I wouldn't do it within the client itself. Must admit, a part of me, just for the sake of getting viewers, is tempted to just stream Minecraft, but so many people have done so already. Plus, if I stream Minecraft, I'd want to do something different with it. You always accidentally stream. What? How? What? Wait? What? They quote Hermes from Futurama. That only raises even further questions. Now let's keep buying the park. Part of me is tempted just to get more money to run a few of the ad campaigns. At the same time, I think I'd prefer to not over-encumber my park with guests. They always complain it's too crowded whenever you do that. They may complain about crowding otherwise, but you're guaranteed to get it if you try to grow your park too quickly through ad campaigns, and then people just leave. A park is a precious ecosystem. It only has so much room to grow. If you try to go outside that bubble, it's going to burst. Then people are going to kill you. And where am I going to see it? When am I going to see it? Oh, wait, really? That's it? Wow, they actually have just enough to buy this land? Nice. Well, that's a little bit of a slip. Do you mean you accidentally leave the streaming going while you're doing something else? Or do you accidentally start up the streaming? So we got this little patch of land. Not as much. There's still more I want to get. Although we're starting to run low on funds, so unless we want to take out a big-ass loan, let's wait for this to happen. I'm sure one day I'll leave a stream on. I don't know what's gonna come up on it when I do so, but I'm sure one day I will. Something I would love, but I have nowhere near the means to do it in a professional manner, is to actually get a streaming computer. Right now, I'm streaming off the same computer I'm playing on. And I do have the means to connect to another computer with a capture box, but that's for USB and has a lot of other problems. I would just really like the ability to... and I'm trying to think of a good way to word. I would just really like the ability to have a machine that's dedicated to capturing the footage, that's powerful, it's got the output, has its own screen, has its own everything. Right now, all I've got is a laptop with a USB capture card, And that's got its own set of problems. I've tried, early on, my first streams were trying with it. It's not absolutely awful, but I just get so much better quality when I just capture with the machine I'm streaming off of. Helps I slapped in a really high-end graphics card, too. Well, not as high-end as I'd like, but it's higher-end than most people can have. Actually, I think price per value right now, the one I've got, is technically the best. There is more powerful cards, most certainly, but price per power, I think the one I've got is right now still the best listed. I feel like I'm just bragging at this point, so I'll shut up. I shouldn't shut up. But I should change topic change. Look, boats! Can you give me stuff that's not miniature golf? Ugh. Well, that's flat at least. See for supports. I wonder. Can I have it just go from one end to the other? I said see-through. Darn you. As always, we gotta start off with the long one, and then from here, everyone else will be good. Random people for random streams. I'm just curious if I can actually do this. Station platform and then exit? I can. So I don't have to have the thing loop around to itself. That's actually kind of neat. The Twitch gods are a finicky bunch. Some days they shall permit, other days they shall taketh. Twitch giveth and Twitch taketh away. Building, 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 building. And where's that? That goes over there. Oh, I've definitely seen that a few times already. A little bit of a shame, but I'm sure... can't really blame anyone, though. It's always... Well, it's part of why I said earlier, I don't care about followers, I care about people that keep returning. It's one... Be followed, it's nice. I'm definitely not... I'm not along the lines of, oh no, someone's followed me, I don't care about them. No, it's nice, it's a nice thought. But there's just something so much nicer about, oh, it's you again, I like you, you're a person. So I am thankful for people who follow, but I really appreciate the people who return. Wait, what? Unable to operate with more than one station platform in this mode. So it does require me to link it up. Bah! Humbug. Here I thought I was being clever. So we're gonna start out with this. Alright, fine, we're gonna have some holes over water. Always gotta start off with that exact one. Well, the way Twitch works, following doesn't hurt, but if someone wants to really support the stream, which is a kind thought all the same, but if they really want to support it, they would keep it on, which obviously starts getting into a weird gray area of, well, now you've got people who are following but don't really like it, so... yeah, it's hard in a hurry. The part I always find weird is there are places out there that offer money for, not followers, but for fake viewers, which obviously is, along with being a little bit less than ethical, is a little bit silly. I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone who comes onto a stream who notices no one talking, saying anything, or any sort of interesting events happening, quickly kind of wants to leave. Then we have to make this a station, because we have to have entrance and exit side by side. Because reasons. Another reason I like OC Remix is, because the songs are mixed up enough, it never gets actually flagged under YouTube. Nintendo's got issues when it comes to their stream. It's within their rights... yeah, it's well within their rights to sort of put limitations on things, but they're a bit heavy-handed. I don't blame people like Angry Joe for refusing to do anything with any Nintendo games. Or hell, Rooster Teeth. They actually got a Wii U, but they don't do anything. Well, every once in a long while. Like, they did a little bit for Smash Brothers, but that's because I think they were pretty much forced to just by sheer fan demand. I kind of hope Nintendo realizes how much they're kind of hurting themselves with their current policies. Because it is within their reach. I got an idea that would make their system work on a much nicer level. Right now what they're saying is, we'll let you play videos with our content, but you have to give us a cut of the revenue. That's already being cut up for most major people with, well, they're using these agencies that basically manage their media and make sure they're protected. So they're already getting about, let's see, YouTube takes about half, their protectors take about half, so they've only got about a quarter remaining. And then Nintendo wants to take half of that. For people who live off this revenue, I don't see how that's possible. The only way I could really see Nintendo pulling this off is if they set it up in such a way that we'll take half, and we'll actually protect you. We'll provide the same umbrella coverage as that other guys, so you don't need them as well. And all of a sudden, you got a system that actually makes sense and works. Of course, that's not what they're doing, but if they wanted their cake and eat it too, that's what I'd suggest they do. For now, it just basically means that, well, I myself, I'm doing Majora's Mask, but that's probably going to be the last Nintendo thing. Actually, Splatoon. I'll probably do a little bit of Splatoon, just because that looks like a completely different game. But even that, I'm not going to do heavy streaming on. Circus Show! Oh boy, the boring one. We're running out of places to put stuff. We've basically got the waterfront filled to capacity. To be fair, the waterfront looks a bit like a boardwalk between food stalls, some miscellaneous shop stalls, a few rides that are just out here. This place feels like a waterfront area. I like that. It was accidental, but I like that. Even mini-golf on the waterfront. I suppose I could slap this guy over here, sort of expand this out this way. How am I going to get a path over here? I gotta figure this out. I gotta stick a path over here somehow. Although, couldn't I just link it up from there? Well, that would be one connection. I should still have a connection coming from this side. And not owned by Park. I'll buy it all! Well, that cost me a lot of money. So, one thing I do hate about shaping landscapes... One thing I do hate about shaping landscapes is how easy it is to misclick and just spend an extra $1,000. Because it lowers the land too much, then you have to raise it up again, and so you just pay twice to do nothing. It's probably one of a few gripes of this particular game, because you can't... doesn't go up enough. Because you can... Well, actually, we could go underneath there, yes. See for right. I said see for rides, and that's still there. Wonderful. Because on like a roller coaster, you build something wrong, and you're able to go back, delete it, regain all your money, but not with this. Right, exit in the way. Okay, go over here. Yes. Yes. That's underneath the water rapid, isn't it? Yes, it is. But that works. Yes! Wait, can people actually get there? Yes, they can. Good, good, good. I mean, there's nothing over here just yet, but... we shall get it in time. I wish there was a little bit better aesthetics with this game. I haven't really put any effort into them, but I don't really know how. Raise up. Oh, we've gone full fancy making this thing a queue. Chink, 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 chink. I actually first was playing this way back. Years and years and years ago when I was a kid. I had no idea what the queues were. I thought they were just very, very fancy paths that had some very strange restrictions on them. Oh, sorry to hear that. I'll lower it down a little. Hope that's a little bit better. I don't want it to be at a good volume, but I don't want it to be, don't want to use the word deafening. I know it's not deafening, but I know it could be easily a bit loud. Really? Roller coaster in the way. Interesting. We'll go one more over. Down! Down there! Link! There we go. No, circus. You're free because people hate you. Go. Bumpacas next. Another hated ride. I'm actually thinking about this. I kind of want to do a mine train roller coaster here. Actually, I wonder, can I go underneath if I don't own the land, but I'm renting? I know I can go above, but can I go under? Let's find out. Alright, so that land we don't own, but we've got rights. And yeah, path seems to be the best way to do so. No, I didn't say turf. Stupid land. I'll be building you in a moment. So we've rented that land. Are we allowed to go under it? Yes, we can! Okay. So for our Mine Train roller coaster, we've got that set up at least. How does this... I just built it and it already broke down. I think one of the clowns broke its leg or something. Still, I'm a little surprised things like a circus show can break. Well, at least it's fixed already. So we're still in year 2, out of 3, and we're doing this beautifully. Well, aside from that. Wait, no, I don't want another circus show. No. Circus show's bad. There we go. Car is made out of bump. Another ride I don't quite understand. It must be the lane type of bumper cars where you're supposed to drive in a circle and not actually hit anyone. Which I never fully understood. I think the idea was, well, people are getting whiplash or something from bumper cars, so now we have to make them peaceful. It defeats the purpose. Just, if you're worried about lawsuits and such, tear down the ride. So that's got to be a type of bumper cars. They can't actually ram each other. Because ramming bumper cars is very fun, except in this game. Sort of like the one ride I will never make. God, space rings are just evil. High nausea, no fun, no intensity. You'd even think there would be some intensity. But no. The intensity is non-existent. Balloons! Now we've had our park given in a few days. Blue and yellow, I think yellow's still winning, but blue is catching up. The War of the Balloons. How's the mini-golf doing? One person in queue line. How many people on ride? Oh, and the River Rapids, of course. Moneymaker Ka-ching, 120 people on them. Scrambled eggs is broken down. 6 people on the mini-golf. What did they think of it? Medium, low, low. Yeah, let's raise 50 cents. I'll pay 50 cents for a round of mini-golf. Because people could get hurt, Water Lemon, and we don't want people getting hurt. No, I did not. This came with the park, and I'm not allowed to touch it. That's one of the stipulations of this park. Bit of a shame, because it is very nice. The roller coasters that I built before I get into parks are almost always better than the stuff I can build. Although I am very proud of my River Rapids. This sucker is making me so much money. 128 people are on it, and it's high, medium, low. Which is some of the most perfect numbers you can get. I'm actually charging next to nothing for it. If anything, I should probably space out the cars a bit better. 20 seconds, that should do it. So I'm very proud of my river ride. And actually, for those who've played a bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon, this park should look very familiar because it's the very first one that shows up when you start up the game, and it's cycling between all the various parks, showing you what they are. So this is the one you see for the first several seconds as you load up your game or select a new park. It's actually a wooden twister roller coaster too, which allows it to do this really neat things like embankment turns and whatnot. Well, the rapids actually are kind of crappy over here. River Ride Rapids. I will say I never understood the limitations people have on time length. Any more than 5 minutes tends to tick them off. Meanwhile, I personally would love to be on like a river raft like this for longer than that. Especially after like standing in line for over an hour. Let's see, this guy, medium, low, low. Don't understand it. And even though it's medium, if I raise it up to like a minute and a half, they get ticky. Let's buy more land. Or shall we continue to save up? Oh, and we're only 100 people off from victory. We do good. I love that all the rides remain running in the middle of a storm. Although, speaking of storms, that's actually one of the main reasons why longer queues can be beneficial. Most rides people won't get onto if it's raining, aside from some of the covered ones, like bumper cars. That's actually when they get off well, and same for Haunted House. But things like roller coasters, you may see the queue lines completely empty. But if you had a long one, they would just keep pouring on. Still, I don't like to make people unhappy, and you can mitigate unhappiness in queue lines by entertainers, but that's a headache all its own. Edge Maze. No. Matter of fact, let's start going for that mine train roller coaster. Because we don't have it already, right? Correct. Got what? Side friction roller coaster. Well, actually putting a roof over the queues help. I don't. Actually, hold on. Is it even possible? Canvas 10. Yeah, that doesn't put it over top the queue itself. I would be at least a bit surprised if that's something that's offered in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but I don't think 1 has that as a feature. At least not that I'm aware of. They offer bridges and all sorts of things, but I don't see any coverages for them. These rainstorms, well, depends how you look at it. Rainstorms either last 5 minutes or they last 5 days. Because time passes weird in this game. There's actually a number of months, the winter months, that are completely ignored. Alright, let's keep buying land. I want to make this whole thing a mine train roller coaster. I want people that are walking over top of this area to just feel rumble, rumble, rumble underneath their feet. Construction rights. Yeah, I can't buy there. Yeah. I'm just glad that when you get that message, it doesn't force you to stop. At the end of Tree in the Night Armor. Well, when it comes to my people's happiness, they're thrilled with me. Oh, we're not at 999. We're screwing up. We're not at absolute perfection. At the Tree and the Night Armor. Sorry to say, I don't quite know what you mean by that. I'm guessing something with the scenery set, but I don't know which one you're talking about, Dynamite. You're talking about stuff that's new to me, which I like. When I learn new stuff about games I've been playing for a while, that's always kind of a wonderful feeling. Nope, nope, nope. It's for sale, trust me on this one. I've bribed enough people, it's for sale. And I'm poor. I love the fencing that's going around these guys. Sorry, only walls and earth. Ah. Yeah, I know about the walls, which are kind of neat, but obviously roofing is what matters when it comes to these fools. Although I do like the upgrade you can get for the train rot, the small train, is the covered cars, which people like getting on because, well, hey look, we're on something that's dry. And things like that. Part of why, though, I do overall prefer the monorail, first and foremost. Since the monorail already has that coverage, and... let's see what else I can get. Nope, that doesn't. The monorail has the coverage, and it's just overall very well made, and just has so many people can fit on board. We're expanding this place out a fair bit. Don't think that raises any perk value, though, which is a bit of a shame. You'd think more land would equal more value. Oh! I said pop. Pop, dang you! Anyway. It's kind of weird, but also incredibly common how often you can have a park value that's high and a company value that's non-existent. I completed more than a few parks with negative company value. And you go, Pop. Obviously I have the sound in the game muted, but if I had it on you could hear ducks quack when I click on them. Well, there doesn't seem to be any around. Just the same repeating, undulating water. Oops, no. Huh, weird, it doesn't... Strange, when I did that, it didn't screw up nearly as bad for XSplit as I thought it would. For obvious reasons, I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon in a window. And I accidentally didn't minimize, but actually shrunk it down. But it didn't seem to screw up XSplit. Well, not badly. This game does some weird stuff, though. Like, right now, I'm going to take my mouse off the screen, so it's nowhere near in the window. And over here to the right, if I click this, I just brought up the river ride. Because comparison of where my mouse was to where the river ride was, it's there, but it's off screen. But my mouse was able to click on it. And actually, if I try to click on a window, it doesn't let me. I have to actually right-click, then left-click to be able to gain focus on anything outside of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Which is a little bit weird. It's the only glitch this game has, though, from what I can tell, which, for something built in assembly years ago, that's shocking. And you can buy it on goodoldgames.com. God, I love that site. Need a mine train. Wait, do we have to crouch on somewhere? I forget. I remember getting this. Ah, there it is. Good. I was gonna say, I better have slapped one down. Got the motion ride, got all that. Attempting to build the hedge maze. Wooden reverser roller coaster. What was that thing again? Oh, that's a weird one. I'm gonna have to wait till we have a park with space to build that sucker. But he is weird. Well, as you can see, this car is currently going sideways. And one of the weirdest things about this game is I believe every one of these roller coasters actually exists somewhere. So, for instance, the bobsled roller coaster that I showed off a few streams ago. It's a real thing. It actually exists. It's out there. There's a roller coaster that's on wheels on these big tube-like tracks. terrifying idea, but it exists. Yeah, let's hedge maze something. This area. Yes, custom. That's the only option I have. And we can have the exit over here. Yes, that sounds good. People are stupid. So, sound procedure will carve the path to the exit first, then create the offshoots. Shrubbing away. And we'll go over here a little bit, and back around. So that's how we get to the exit. Now for the falses. The false shepherds of paths. Ooh, actually, just realized. Nope. Nope. Fill it in. Fill it in, boys. We screwed up. Because that has to be the exit. But we'll still have this little detour anyway. And I'm sure there's going to be people who wander over here because they're not very bright. Oh, you're from Germany? Well, I can definitely understand the need to go. Very nice country, by the way. I've visited twice now. I've been there. Enjoyed it both times. I was much younger when I went, but I like to travel. And Germany was a fun place. Love some of the water parks you guys have. And I went to one that was an inside water park, and it was just so fun. I also love your guys' winter. It's beautiful there. But anyway, have a good night. Take it easy, Dynamite. Dynamite. Oops. No. Can't build that right exit in the way. How am I going to get this out? I can't build it because there's a right exit in the way. Can't remove this line up. Yes, it is. That goes there. And then we proceed to remove it. And build it here. There we go. Why do we attract all the European viewers? I don't mind, but I set myself up so I could get the West Coast American viewers a good time of day. And I attract all the European viewers, so I'm completely the wrong time zone. Oh well, the European viewers seem to be the nice viewers, so I'm fine with that. And we're gaining money. Where's my mine train? You're not giving me my mine train. I minded the lack of mine train. Steel Mini. Nope. You hate me. And well, at least people are having fun getting lost. And yes, they're taking the paths that have no purpose. I always love when they jump to get a view, especially ones that early just recently got one. The ride. Although, it can't really be called a ride because it's more of a walk. So, more fun, more rides, more excitement! Did I buy rights for that? Because I kind of want to put a kiosk right over here. Actually, I think I still can. Just sea fruit. Yes. And we'll raise this land up a little. Well, definitely a good way to do it, Water Lemon. Wait, are you saying I put you to sleep? Whee! They're getting lost. They're fools. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, I can also adjust how many people. Get in my ride! 16 people in this little tiny field. Waiting test results. What test results? How do you test for something like this? I'm being serious. How do you determine... Yes, this was a fun hedge maze. I hedged and I mazed and it was awesome. He cheered. He got out of a hedge maze and cheered. These people don't know what fun is. I'm designing a park for people that think standing in a line is entertainment. A few more of these suckers, for a few more of the other suckers. We're still a ways off from it, but I do look forward to the loopy landscapes map where there is no money. It'll be enjoyable to just fill the park with nothing but employees. Come to Infinite Moneyland, where money is no object. We have more employees than actual customers. Get my rating up to 999, you son of a... Dance for the people, dance! 998. Urgh. Just so... Urgh. Guesson Park. Whoop. Nice steady uprise. Actually, I think we're about to go up again, looking at the people coming in. Now, if we can get that mine train roller coaster built with a little bit of time to spare, I guarantee that'll give us enough people. I just like the idea that we'll have it go in here, go out there, in, out, in, out. Stop buffering my preview. Oh, I managed to click on the ghost train while clicking on the window. It's across a... And Twitch just... died. I hope you can hear me from beyond the grave, but Twitch is saying I don't exist right now. Oh, and there it goes. I think it fixed itself. I think Twitch twitched. No surprise here. Okay then. Where's my mine train? Unknown, unknown. I'm giving you all the money in the world for roller coasters. Train me. At least I think Twitch twitched. Did it fix itself? Oh, screw it. I'm going to go on the assumption it's working now. I'm at the overall overlord mercy of Twitch here. 999, perfect. That's fine. I'm just hitting stuff on the back end of Twitch to make it work. The balloon dodged! It's dodging me! I'm not allowed to do that. There you go. Die, balloon. Roller coaster. Gee, I never would have guessed. The 151. Out of 1,200. I'm actually very impressed as well about the number of people that they've set up. Well, Chris Sawyer set up for the parks to be able to take. It's like, alright, I expected a person to be able to get this many, and it's actually a good judgment call. He's basically set it up that as long as you're doing non-stop research, you should be able to fit in one of each ride without any extras and get your target number. It's part of why I never build more than one of each. Although I could easily do so to also boost my numbers. But I like being unique with the rides. You don't need free bumper cars after all. No Twitch, as much as I would like to watch a streamer I'm following, I don't want to do it right now. Why are you saying I'm offline? Twitch, I will smack you. Not dropping any frames, that are weird. Yeah, Twitch is having a twitch. I am not offline. Something isn't working properly. No duh. Actually, Water Lemon, does it say I'm offline to you? Am I just talking to myself now? Well, and to people in my park. Bobsled! That isn't the one I want, you son of a... Freaking deacon. Son of a beacon. Wish I could cancel one roller coaster and just some next one. Move it on. Yeah, Twitch. Twitch. Weirdly enough, because I have this as a pop-out window. Ooh. Ah! I'm attracting everyone now that it's dying. Twitch twatched. I'm just here talking to myself. Weirdly enough, I get to see all of you, so all of this is still going to be going up on the YouTube video, which is the only place anyone's going to hear me saying this right now. Huh. I feel conflicted. Actually, let's see if the pop-out window lets me say stuff, or if it's going to come up as some random gibberish. And, yeah, like... So, I'm just gonna keep on going. Or not. Or, no, what we're gonna do, to be fair for everyone, we're pausing. So, for those who are watching the YouTubes, we're going to go to pause mode until we return. Are
you broken? It looks like you're malfunctioning.
It looks like Twitch is untwitched, so let's twitch right back into Twitchy Twitch. And I'd like to apologize for that delay, except it wasn't my fault! Glorious Twitch. But we're at its mercy, so what can we do? Except return to waiting for minecarts. I'll have to build something else if the minecart doesn't come up soon, though. That's a little surprising. Well, I welcome everyone. No idea why I'm the attraction point upon failure. Maybe they expected it came from me, but still, nice to have them around. Build. Buy me. Bye. Oops, there's some land I missed. all mine. This is all mine. I should be back on. Wait! Twitch is claiming I'm up to 8 viewers. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, but I'm going to go with it anyway. And now it's saying I'm offline. Twitching about. Twitchy, twitch, twitch, twitch. Oh, can you guys see me? And now to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if, being at the bottom of the Twitch totem pole, I'm sort of the ignored channel. One of many, I'm sure. Oh, alright, back to pausing. I'm actually gonna let this run for a month, see if we can get the train, but I promise nothing's gonna happen. Oops, wrong button.
You're doing a great job of disappointing me.
Well, I think it seems like Twitch finally figured out who it wants to be and how it wants to work. So let's just jump right back into this. Mine Train roller coasters are on the way, and let's keep them going. As soon as that sucker comes out, we'll start its production in the mountainside immediately. Although, before it even comes up, we should probably figure out how we're going to do it. Train going across this way, raise up, down in there, through it. So, let's get things building. I will say, I'm kind of glad that Twitch decided to Twitch out today, not tomorrow, because interrupting a Dark Souls stream would have really sucked. At least this is an easier game to pause on. Well, hell, Dark Souls you can't even pause, it all stays live going. Go to a bonfire, light it, and proceed to get shanked to death while AFK. Anyway, where do we want this? All the way at the top? Part of me wants to do it, start it off high, zip down in the mountains, climb up top and over itself. That sounds good. So yeah, this will be the main entrance area up here. Gonna have to build this kind of quick, because while we're not near the timeline just yet, it takes a little time to build this, and it'll be May, and we'll need at least a month to attract the people that this thing will attract. Mine Train me. Let's see, it's currently May 9th. Oh, so give. Also, we'll go back to Gentle Rides after this one. Mine Train, yay. We have the trains for mines. I don't see, because this thing gains a bonus for going underground, I don't see how you could possibly set this one up. Build. Tree in the way. Not anymore. Didn't platform too long. Perfect. I don't see how you could set this one up to, Brain! Work for me here. Because this one gains a bonus for underground, I don't see how you could actually use one of the pre-built tracks for it. It just doesn't seem to fit. Okay, so he's over there. Perfect. Hard up! Land not owned by Park. What? Isn't that part of the area that I purchased? Oh, no, not that spot. Damn. So we're going to have to loop it down this direction. Level out, and then immediately shoot back up. And Twitch seems to be figuring itself out still. No. Seems good. Huh. It's impressive how Twitch is all or nothing. It either works or it doesn't. There is no middle ground. scream down to the people. Wait, I'm not allowed to delete that, aren't I? Damn. I can build over top. I can build over top of it. Nice. And now let's have a slight down. A little bit awkward to build out here, but it works. And not owned by Park. It will be. Not enough cash. There will be. Stop telling me stuff that's not true. I have all the cash. I have all the land. Except for this one that I can't click on because of tree. Don't give anything to Twitch, they'll think they can get away with it again. And that's land not owned by Park, right? 2 for support. Whoa. Okay, fine, we'll do this the lazy way then. Shove right. And here's where we do the vomit coaster. So who wanted low nausea on this ride? They're not getting it. We're adding a spin cycle. There's a tree in the middle. There it goes. Yeah, that sounds like a good spot. And straight into the earth. And now back up again. Go our direction. Yes. Down. Too high for supports. How about this? No, still too high for supports. 2 support for high. There's a roller coaster there. Let's see if we can dodge it. No, so if we can't dodge it, we're gonna go through him. Through the roller coaster. Coaster roller. And then this one goes up. Oh, this thing's gonna get nasty. There's something in the way, isn't there? Yes. So if we do this, we should be able to zip by this way. Yes? No. Nope. Can we go by this way? They're at the same height, so I should be able to maybe raise this one up out of the way? No. And now can this guy go over? No. Alright, new plan. If we can't go over, we're going under. We have 3 dimensions. We're making use of them. And it's already taken us over a month to build this thing. Raise or lower land? We shall lower. That's right, epic quest music as we build a roller coaster. I'm just thinking the speed that this thing's going to be going across this particular part of the road. Oop. Gonna have to raise this up a little bit. Photo section. Have the people take a picture of themselves with the people coming in the park. And now for safety. Safety first. Or 17th, I'm not sure which number in the order it goes. I'm not owned by park. Why do I keep running into that? And what about now? I'm the CEO from every movie. That's a tree I can't delete too, isn't it? And so's that one. Son of a frickin' park. A 9 mile per hour break there. This, that. Can I connect now? Yes, good. We have train. Actually, you get to go here. Exit gets to go over here. Car gets to go going. This thing's gonna be entirely unusable, but I don't care. I like what it does now. Matches up with the exit. Exit gets to figure out its own lot in life. And then level. Perfect! As the train keeps going. Ooh! And a Katamari soundtrack. There's a game I'm going to need to play someday. Well, play again. One of the few games I've really kind of perfected. Whee! Goes down there. Those round and round and round barf things. Okay, let's open it up. I don't even know Japanese, and yet I want to sing along with this one. Photo section! Perfect! We have Choo Choo. I put entirely too much time in Katamari Damacy. Oh, people are getting scared from the entrance. Horribly so. That's bad. That's horrible. I somehow have to convince people this ride is worth riding. Well, I know the super steep slopes tend to scare people a fair bit, so let's see if we can dull some of them. Star. Lucky star. Raise our land first. I shall raise it. And let me guess, raise or lower? I shall raise. Alright, so that smooths that out. He's got this neck break over here. Let's just have it do a slow down, followed up by the turn. It's not nearly as extravagant as I would have liked, but I'd rather people not die on this thing. Oops, sorry. Speaking of not die. We'll have this go over the path now, it seems. Or maybe under it? Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Must snap your necks. Stupid footpath, what'd you ever do for me? So we're at 12, 13, 14, not high enough. Damn! I got this window we must hit. Wait a minute, I can make this a helix up. Small. Except that feeds right in there. So a helix up. Large. Except that doesn't work. Because what we did was this, followed up by... Oh, hold on. And then this gives us room to put this guy, and then the up segments. Except it doesn't. Damn. Okay, fine, we'll level this out earlier. You guys are really watering down this ride, you know that? It was going to be exciting, it was going to be thrilling, but then people said, no, I want to live. Actually, we might be able to do this still. We do that. Oh wait, that needs to be a turny piece. That still has to be an angular thing, but this, followed by that. Now this. There's no roller coaster there. There is no spoon. What is wrong with you? Stupid roller coaster, ruining all my roller coaster dreams. Oh, there we go, at least. And then S-bend lift. Ooh, we're too high. By a little bit. And we're at 23, we need to be at 25 for that, so this should link it up nicely. That works. It's a little bit wonky, but hopefully less pants crapping than before. Come one, come all, to completely rework because you guys suck roller coaster. The death spirals have been halved. And the overall enjoyment is probably cut in two as well. Come on, I only want souls. G-forces are actually what I'm going to be looking for. We don't want anything that pings too high off, which is what I think we were getting hit by before. As expected, the spin cycle has its own little section. Ooh, hits a bit hard there. A little bit of a bounce. Oh, we're actually getting people to get in the line though, so that's a good start. And then the vertical G's just have a bit of a spike, makes sense. A severe set of them there. As getting back to the station, our super coaster is hopefully in working order. And I don't mind high intensity, but Ultra Mega Super Def Coaster is obviously a little bit against what we're going for here. I don't mind guests being scared of it, what I mind is guests refusing to get on it. I mean entirely. Oop, and it does help if I actually build a ramp. Yeah, people are getting on. Oh, it's still ultra extreme. Oh, come on. And excitement is low? Oh, that's just not right. July. Well, as soon as we hit September, I'm going to hit the ad campaigns to guarantee us victory. But as for this guy, underground view. As we hit the Poké Center. This thing's a murder machine. I like the start of it. That's all good, that's all good. I even think this part's good. So what kills me? Sharp dip. Livable. Let's see for scenery. Oh, that might do it. We have an upturn thing here. Well, that's part of it, but that wouldn't be all of it. Well, what could be doing it? Because that's a little bit bad there. Ooh! Oh! I might want to add a brake section down there. Yeah, where's a flat section I can break it? Because, yeah, it comes out of that bend at a nice breakneck speed, so let's slow it up some. Oop. And let's make sure my mouse is still working. And we still want a good speed. I didn't even look at what it was coming through here at. 40 enough? Well, we'll find out. Then this, go add that in one earlier, because what I want is to have a barely enough speed to latch on there, which is a little bit risky, but I'll go for it. And stop taking off my views. I'm busy here. This comes down here and goes for that. Let's also slow this down. So let's have a test run of that. Please actually be improved. Because I think the start's good. I even think this dry section over here is good. I always screw things up like this, making that one ride that's unbearable. I could probably level this out a little bit earlier to smooth this entire piece out. It's those jerk reactions that cause the most trouble. It's like this part here, spinning, 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 it's fine, it's fine. That's a little bit painful, that's painful, and then the slowdown happens a little too late. And then it doesn't have enough speed and will kill people. Alright, new plan. Under! Through! Upwards! Really? Also, the head rips. No, we can't go underneath the train station. Tree in the way, it's one of the ones I can't kill, right? Oh wait, it is one of the ones I can kill. Awesome! And not owned by Park. Simple to solve. There we go. This, and then have it just go straight up into that thing. And then we'll bounce this out a little bit by making it nowhere near the death scythe that it was. Stuff in the way. Let's make it go through it then. I lowered it just for you. And we need a little bit more altitude than that for it. Well, 19 is the height it's at, so we need to actually raise this up a little bit more. 20 sounds good. Connect to it. Let's see if that gives us enough speed to get back the other way. We are completely removing the fangs from this roller coaster. Something that always kind of surprises me is the architects who design real-life roller coasters, especially before any computer technology, just coming up with these astounding rides and making sure they were safe, practical, fun, exciting, all this sort of stuff before investing massive amounts of money into them. Definitely a interesting architectural career choice. Alright, you should do this portion much better now. You're gonna have one little super accelerate, but that should be fine. Yeah. Down, in. Some spins upwards, that's good. Alright, so there's a little bit of speed on that part, that's okay. And welcome back, Werewolf. There, Wolf. Sorry, Mel Brooks movies. Sort of ingrained, can't break habit. Okay, so is the next Snapper 5000 gone to a usable point? Well, it's definitely a lot slower during this portion. I wish I could just overlay, make this portion of track, and of course it's raining, make this portion of track mechanical movement. But of course I can't. That should do it though. They're gonna have their picture taken at the slowest possible speeds. OC Remix is a wonderful place with all the sorts of soundtracks that they play. And of course, this from Twilight Princess is no mistake. This from Twilight Princess is no exception. Although I do think Twilight Princess had some of the better atmosphere. Well, I think Majora's Mask is the best Zelda game. I think Twilight Princess had some of the best utmost atmosphere, and that includes the music. Majora's Mask still beats it out, but only just in that regards. If anything, Twilight Princess's biggest downfall was its gameplay, which it's because of the gimmicky motion controls, which some parts of it they actually proved could be done very well. Spins, goes down the hole, gets the spin cycle there, but in a much less neck-snappy way. So far, so good. And even goes up that hill with a bit of speed. Down here, go in to your hole. Come on, no hatred. No hatred. No killing, no killing, no killing, no killing. And then should latch onto the chain. It does. And they get their picture taken at the slowest possible velocity. Alright, let's open this up to the general public now. For GameCube, I would say is probably the better console to get it on. Let's give these guys a little bit of space in between each. High, very high, high. I can live with that. It's usable. People won't die from getting on it. We now have a ride that's exciting. And just in time for us to get enough people to get into the park. And we're adding benches for all the Bartholomews. And what rides have we been getting in this meantime? Cycle monorail, useless. Wait, scenery theming? You guys have run out already. Ride improvements. So we managed to take this from being a completely busted roller coaster to one that's fun. Just had to rework half of it. Ugh. My poor budget. Well, at least people seem to be actually getting on it now. Let's watch what a full train does, because this is the one that's tricky. Actually, I think about it. Let's make it so only full trains count. Because a full train could change the physics up, and if it doesn't make that latch that train over there just did, then we could have a death machine. Which is a little tempting, but would ruin the park at the last minute. We got 2 months left, dang it. Spin cycle! I do wish, I wonder if the later Roller Coaster Tycoons did this, that you could put dummies in your train. Like, maybe have a paid test you could do that actually gives it the weight of people. Oh, that actually looked kind of cool. It slows down more on that hill. But here's the real test. We go down here, go through all this, and will it make it up the other side? And the answer is... yes, with a little bit to spare. It's a little bit of a risk, but what's a roller coaster without some fear of death? So we weren't able to buy all the land, but we bought half the extensions of the park, and we actually made use of it, going through, under, and over. And now people coming into the park get to see these people screaming in front of them, and then gently coast over their heads. And of course, this roller coaster with its cars is able to fit... stop telling me it broke down, I don't care about that. 78... 78, looks like 78 people at a time, which is nice. And we're over the victory limit. Wait, what's our happiness at? 999. We're perfect. So this guy took us a lot more effort than expected. And Twitch, of course, hated us. But we seem to have attained victory. Wonderland theming objects. Don't care. Let's click on this. Let's see. You know, this guy took a few months to build. Cycle monorail. Don't need it. Monorail. Would be nice, except this park doesn't really have it. Chairlift, tightest park in the country. Observation tower, there we go. Perfect thing to end off on. I love observation towers. They're the type of ride you want to go onto first, so you can see everything else. They're fun. They're still... I can understand it being a boring ride, but it's a good one. Well, hell, I don't think it's in this game, but a great ride improvement would be glass floor, just up the intensity by 10. Well, depending on the person, of course. Ding ding. So many balloons. Entrance, exit, and then we shall have the walkway. Actually, can we just have this guy? There is no tree, only Zool. We'll just have him connect up with the walkway. And now all of this doesn't actually have any supports to the ground. Wait, do I just have... oh. Actually, there's a thought. A little bit late to test it on this one, but I have build rights to build over this path. if I build a path over here, someone walking over top of it, and I destroy the path, would they be gone out of my park? Would I be able to kick them out without killing them? That's a thought experiment. Matter of fact, let's find out. We got a little surplus of people. But where would I build the path from? Here? No, we have to build it around the roller coaster itself. That's gonna be awkward. How do we kick people out? I can't just ask them to leave. I have to actually kick them out. I think maybe if we angled this one the right way? Because paths also have a build height to them. Okay. We just need someone to get lost now. As a matter of fact, let's find someone who's just flat out not nice. Not hungry, Gravitron, Can't afford Roller Coaster 1. Okay, we got a cheapo here. He's got some money, damn it. Good value, not hungry, good value, good value, good value. More exciting, good value, blah 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 blah. I'm hungry. Wait, I don't... not Balloon Man. I'm not hungry. No, wait, stupid updating faces. It's too crowded here. Well, if you're not part of the solution, guess what you're a part of? I'll give you a hint. It involves the word problem. Matter of fact, you're now on a hovering platform that's all your own. He falls, and he is... I'm able to pick him up. He's trapped! Holy hell. I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that. Yeah, he thinks this is a path of the park. Interesting, I can break the AI. That's good to know. Pointless, but good to know. Well, anyway, welcome back inside. For some reason, he didn't think to just re-enter the park after being kicked out of it. Or stay out of the park after being kicked out of it. Well, that was pointless, but fun. You know, he would just eventually go, I'm lost, I want to go home, I want to do everything, because he's trapped. Yada yada yada, something about some metaphor about free thinking. Anyway, go excite yourself. Okay, I wish I could pour some money into people's pockets to make them happier. Or do something. It would be pointless, though. I'm sure it would be a tedious micromanaging thing. In a game that's sort of about tedious micromanaging things. It knows its limits. It knows not to get ridiculous with the micromanaging. There's definitely a limit that you want to put things at. And this game, I think, straddles it quite nicely. Anyway, we're getting up there in time. 21st. Almost the end. Park size needed to be 1,200. We're at 1,270. Park rating needed to be at 600. We're at 999. And we still got a little bit of a loan, but we're getting rid of it bit by bit. Almost there. And they keep losing their balloons. So we've claimed victory despite Twitch's best efforts. And we've also bought a bunch of random park out there. So what started as just one roller coaster and a few stinky little rides has now become this. It's not a pretty monstrosity, but it covers a lot of ground, and if we had another year or two, we could probably put a lot more into it. And one of my goals for any park is make it a park I want to visit. And with two good roller coasters, a water ride, yeah, actually it is water ride, water rapids, and basically all this sort of stuff, I could see myself having a good time. I do look forward to, although this is long off, getting to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. By my understanding, one of the major things that changed was you can only either charge per ride or per entrance fee. And I'm looking forward to that. They also added ATMs. I could probably try imposing those limits on myself, but that actually kind of nerfs the game horribly. Merry-go-round broke down. Is it the fun breakdown? No. The best one is when this thing starts vibrating and moving really fast. Whee! And they had their pictures taken. I do love that I took this thing from a deaf coaster into a coaster everyone can't wait to get on. There was supposed to be a third tram. Where is it? There's one, there's two. Oh, there he is. So, as we hit the very 1st of October and reach towards our victory, definitely thanks for everyone coming around and sticking around despite the Twitchifying. Much appreciated to see you guys here. And we got ourselves a glorious park that's now full of balloons to pop! Look at them all! Oh, we're just filled with balloons. But yeah, thanks for coming around. I'll be back tomorrow with more Dark Souls and more death and suffering. At least now we know the general right direction to go, even if we do have a flan to get through. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and yeah, once more, thanks for being here. Thanks, and have fun. And also good night. All those wonderful, wonderful, fun wardatives.